This is a boat that I've been looking forward to seeing. This is the Pardo Endurance 60, and this is Pardo's first time into the UK. In fact, you can see there's another Pardo over here, which we might hopefully get to have a look at as well. But this is the one we're focusing on. A couple of interesting things to show you before we even go on board. The first is the fact that you can see this section here, and that's because that, when you push the button for the anchor, lifts up and the anchor comes out through. So it gives you a really smooth stem. And in fact, it's a really smooth looking boat generally. You can see there's no rails on it because it's very deep bulwarks. You'll see that when we go around the deck. It's Italian built, it's very stylish, and I'm going to give you the full tour. So we're going to head on back. It's about 60 foot long, hence the name. And if we come all the way on back, we've got the lift platform at the back. That'll take probably about a 3-meter tender, I would imagine. And the whole point of this boat is all about comfortable living. It's not a high performance, super fast boat. It's a boat to go and spend some time on and just really enjoy being on board. So we've got 2 accesses up to the cockpit. The other thing we've got is drop balconies. If we have a look over here, you can see how this one folds down. The other one is the same. So you get a massive beam with those drop down, just a ton of space. Crew cabin access is down here. We'll have a look at that, of course. We're going to take you inside first of all, where it's not raining. But I'll stop and give an honourable mention to these. What these do is you can lift them right forward and then drop them flat like that, and then you can ratchet these up into whatever position you want, like so. Obviously all of them do the same. This table is electric and it drops down. You can put cushions on there as well, so you can make that to a massive sunbathing or relaxing area. That's what the drop balcony looks like when it's in a raised position, so it actually becomes the side of the cockpit. We'll take a look at the decks in a moment. Let's head inside first of all. So first thing to mention is these doors. They're, instead of being sliding, they're like a bifold door. You can see the hinges for them here. So they open right to the very edge. And in fact, even this one here as well, this section lifts up. And it means that it really links these 2 areas right through. It's galley aft layout, and in fact, they split the galley right the way across the boat. So what you've got here then is things like your dishwasher, obviously. Load of storage. We're at a boat show at the minute, so it's a bit full of stuff. Sink is underneath here. You probably figured that one out for yourself. A little bin there, and then cooking is over on this side. And then there are 2 fridges. There's one on this side, and there's another one over here. And then we head on forward, sideboard over here. So this has got things like ice maker, wine cooler. That's for your glasses and your bottles. And TV rises out the back. Another thing to mention actually is these windows are drop windows on the side. You can open these. They power down. There's storage on the top there as well, of course. Similar deal here, so you can really open this right out. Seating area around here, very, very comfortable. Again, you've got the telescopic leg for the table. It's powered. You can bring that down. The table itself opens out, so when you're dining, or if you've got it dropped down for relaxing, then you can make that double its size. Like so. Obviously the other one does exactly the same, but we're not going to throw the things on the floor, so there we go. Underneath here is some of the electrics, distribution panel, that kind of stuff is controlled from there. There's a side access door, really decent size one as well, a nice wide one. And then here, this is quite interesting because this backrest will fold forward, and as I fold it forward, can you see how this base is moving backward? That's excellent. Now you've got something to lean on there if you want to stand at the helm rather than sit, but also it improves the access out through that door. As I lift it back up, you'll see that seat go the other way. Cool, huh? This is nice as well. They've got this sort of floating display here with the multifunction displays in it. Control system for the boat is on this one. And as ever with these, you can set these up however you want. IPS on this, so we've got the IPS joystick just here, bow thruster as well, engine controls, and then some of the switch gear for wipers and horn and all that kind of stuff is all push button along there. And then a tilt wheel, so if you want to drop that down, if you're sat at the helm then you can do, or you can raise it up if you stood. Interesting as well, they've got the forward sloping windscreen here, so very good visibility, and it also stops the heat build up in quite the same way, so that's a nice touch. Okay, let's head on down to the lower deck. We'll stop very briefly to have a look underneath here. This is storage. They're actually quite deep, but they've got the sample books in now. You can obviously have different choices of woodwork and upholstery and all that kind of stuff. And if we head on right down, 3 cabins, all en suite. So we'll head forward first of all. There's a big skylight up above, but what's interesting is this chap here, which I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying is a ladder that can pull out for an emergency exit. So that's a nice idea. I've not seen it done quite like that before. There's blinds that come across here. Obviously at the minute we've got sunbed cushions on, so they're kind of irrelevant, but when you haven't got those on and you've got light coming through, it means you can close those off if you want to. And then usual kind of stuff. So hanging locker, similar sort of deal over on this side. And then also the ensuite to this cabin. That's in here. Separate shower area, little sink, bit of storage in here. All very lovely. And if we come on back a bit, day heads is over here, but also this is ensuite to cabin 3, which I'll show you in just a minute. So we'll close that so we can have a proper look at this. Sink, separate shower again, which is very nice, and the loo is in behind the door. There we go. Step back a bit further, cabin 3. Again, nice size, plenty of headroom too. 2 single beds in this one, drawers obviously in the centre there, and again, you've got your hanging locker all illuminated thusly. And these have all got little opening windows and blinds that come down and the usual kind of stuff like that. Very good. Okay, let's spin on round because I think it's the owner's cabin that is the most impressive part of this boat actually. They've done this really well, it's huge. So there's an ensuite here, we'll come back and have a look at that. I want to take you right back first of all. I'm going to have a look in here because there's a washing machine in here for a start, washer dryer. And then we're going to press right on back. Next thing we find is the wardrobes. So really, really good size. And then check this out. Look at the size of that. That's fantastic, isn't it? Some nice detailing, this backlighting for these shelves. Obviously all around on the floor as well. All nice, light, muted colours. I just think that's a really nice space. So you come back over here, you can see how big that is. It's superb. Around here, AV equipment in here. Again, with that subtle lighting, you've got the dressing table over here, drawers over here. Just in case you don't know what the inside of a drawer looks like, drawers here. There's more storage actually back here as well. Look at this. I mean, really decent amount of storage about the place. You can see what they call it the Endurance because it is the kind of boat you could come and spend a serious amount of time on. You'd certainly be very comfortable in here, wouldn't you? All the cabins are very comfortable, but this is huge. Nice little settee. Tuck yourself away, good book, etc. And then more storage here and so on. And then that ensuite, well, that's up here. Actually a bit of stroll from the bed to the ensuite, it's that big. Loo is here, sink is here, and then again, of course, with a separate shower. In there, rainfall shower. Very nice. Okay, that's that one. That's pretty much covered off the interior, I think. Let's go and have a look around the deck. There's a flybridge to look at, there's an engine room to look at, there's a crew cabin to look at. So we'll head back up here. We'll grab my shoes and we'll press on a bit further. Oh, other thing to mention, even these blinds in here are powered. Push a button and they'll drop down for you. Superb. Let's head on round. This is the button for the like starboard platform, for example, table up and down. There's a bimini on here as well, so that powers out of here. Obviously not out today because it's blowing an absolute howling gale, but nonetheless there it is. Yeah, so this is a drop balcony. If we'll head on forward, this is the window that comes down, and we've got lighting underneath here as well, which is nice. This is interesting. These are racks for these poles and these cables that go around here. So all those can pack away into there. You've got somewhere to put them. That's very sensible. That's the side door from the helm that we saw. This is nice. Pop-up cleats, and they've got the Pardo Yachts logo on there as well. I remember I said on the outside there was no rails on show. That's because the rails are inboard just here, but they're really high. They're right up sort of thigh height. You really feel like you're inside the boat. There's sunbathing cushions on here for obvious reasons. I've not uncovered those. And then right up to the bow, that concealed anchor that we mentioned, and there's access to that then. If I turn those, there we go, you can see the mechanism for that there. That's the door on the other side of there that opens, and then that just powers out and down. You can see the winch for it, like so. And that's the control for it. There we go. It's not can, is it? Fantastic. Love this bit of teak they put on here. That's a nice finish. And if we head back down this side, now this balcony is up, so you can see how these are where the rails for those store down inside there. That's excellent. Fenders are on little clips that you can pop in and out. Look how they put stainless steel little fillets on here and here, so that these don't rub on either your teak or on your gel coat. So a lot of nice little design features like that dotted around the place. And we'll come right on back and round and up. More buttons here, so again this is controlling the drop balcony, and that kind of stuff is controlled from there. And then up here we've uncovered the helm station, but we've left the other seat on, so what you've got underneath here is the same as this basically. And then this is a seat which you can move this around depending on how you want to use it, on how you want to sit on it, so you can have it like that if you want to. You drop it back when you are obviously driving the boat, so you're facing forward. Twin multifunction displays, engine controls, joystick control, all the sort of main stuff that we saw down the lower helm. And of course when you're here, a big view out over Southampton Water today. No longer in the Med, are we? This is all sort of upholstered lounging area all the way around here. There's a fridge up here as well. And then this table here is designed so that you can sit on this side of it, and then there's a couple of director chairs you can put around here. It's demountable. If you want to remove it you can do, or you can obviously sit around that for eating. And then this is the bimini top, which for obvious reasons is not being deployed today. Amazing. Okay, let's carry on. Got crew cabins to show you, got engine space to show you. So we'll take a loop back. We'll go out this way, I think. There we go. Crew cabin is down here. Now it's a 60-foot boat, so it's not the sort of boat you tend to have regular full-time crew. So we've got down here is 2 single beds. Bit of storage obviously in places like this. So one bed going that way, and then one bed going down here again with the storage and the shelves and so forth. This type of boat doesn't tend to have a permanent crew. This is really just for the occasion. If you might be taking on a stewardess, for example, just for a week while you're on holiday to look after you, or a deckhand perhaps if you're doing a longer trip. But yeah, if you're looking for permanent crew, you're probably looking for a bigger boat than this. What these are most used for, to be fair, is overflow for you know, kids or your daughter's boyfriend, obviously, as we always like to say. There's an ensuite in here. So we've got the sink and we've got the loo. There's a shower as well that pulls out of here and clips in up there, and we've also got access to the engine room from here as well. But we're going to take the access from the front for that, so we'll head back up here, loop on round, and I will show you that. So we are going to head down this way. There we go. And this then is the engine space. So that's that door that we saw from the crew cabin. And these are a pair of Volvo Penta D8 IPS 800s. They're 600 horsepower each. Let's come right down. And they're on IPS drives, as I mentioned. So you can see the IPS drives are actually back underneath there. And you've got jack shafts to connect those. But this is actually pretty good access here. Now these are giving a top speed of a little over 20 knots, cruising 12 to 14. And the range on this one at that sort of speed, you're looking 400 plus. somewhere up around there. It's brand new into the UK and they haven't given it a thorough test yet, but that's what they're reckoning. But yeah, pretty decent engine room this. You can get right around these engines, which is very good. You've got fuel tanks here, as you can see. On either side, you've also got switch panel here for all of your electrics controlled from there. Excellent. That's very good. And as I mentioned, generator in the centre. Okay, there we go. Let's come back up out of here.
Well done.
Okay, I am going to wander back around up to the bow, I think, and face this weather head on. There we go, and I'm going to say that is the Pardo Endurance 60. Oh good. That's good timing, isn't it? Massive thanks to Argo Yachting, they're the dealers for these. Huge thanks to you guys for watching me brave the weather, and let me know what you think of that one in the comments, and we will catch you on one of these very soon. Take care, bye bye.